morning. Welcome to the Institute for Spiritual Development. I am Diana Friedel, pastor and co-director at the Institute, and will be the MC for this morning's service. We are a God-centered, metaphysical, inclusive spiritual center that celebrates each soul. Our community provides an unconditionally loving and healing environment that affirms and encourages all seekers on their spiritual journey. There is no authoritative formula of religious belief. We are a community of practitioners dedicated to the growth of our spiritual awareness in an atmosphere of unconditional love and acceptance. Welcome home. If you're considering membership at the Institute and feel aligned with the ISD principles and mission, we invite you to talk with one of our ministers and fill out a membership form, which you will find online at our website, isdoneonta.org. Many hands are necessary to make the service happen each Sunday, and today we would like to thank the following: our homilist, JoAnn Wormuth, newsletter editors, temporary until we find new ones, Kimberly Windsor and myself. So there's an opening. There's an opening for a princess or a prince. Website developer and administrator Tammy Barrows. Special musical guest today, so excited to have members of the Oneonta Kirtan group, featuring Tracy Verma and Tom Landon and Carla Sikora, who will be presenting the sound healing meditation today. And we would like to thank all those who brought food today, so please stick around for potluck picnic and exciting activities after this. By the way, we are in the beautiful SUNY college camp. It is just gorgeous here, and Kimberly has even done extra clearing in here. It is just beautiful energy, beautiful space. So, and I also would like to thank people who are helping with technology today, Kimberly Windsor and Allie Sutton-Pyle. Some of the things that some of our readings today are on your handout, also on the screen, the readings and the songs for you to refer to. And if you are a board member, could you please stand up so everyone can acknowledge you? Oh. 1, 2. Awesome. We have 7 board members here. Awesome.
There we go.
Okay, so quick announcements of what's coming up at ISD Oneonta. There is no service tomorrow, Sunday, but probably we will play this recording tomorrow on Facebook Live, perhaps, so you can find us there. Our next service is on September 1st at the ISD Lotus Center headquarters. We're starting a New Earth series called Resonance Chamber with Amanda Hoover, a life coach, Reiki master, and many other things. And she will be introducing us to the mystical experiences in ancient temples, and that is on Zoom. In her class, we'll begin with multidimensional aspects of ourselves for transformation, healing, lightheartedness, and divine love guidance. And that starts on Thursdays on August 29th. On September 7th, we have a Mystical Reflection Spirit Fest at the Southside Community Mall. So you can sign up to get a personal reading with one of our ISD sanctioned readers or healers, or just show up, but you'll find information about that on isdoneonta.org. The other exciting thing that's happening is a Dream Circle is starting up again. It will be with ISD national chapters, John Sparta, who is the director at ISD Sparta, and myself and Story Ducey. And that will start on Thursdays on September 12th from 10 a.m. to 11:30. And that is free for any ISD members. So let's start with the call to worship.
Hi, thank you. I'm so excited being here, seeing all your smiling, bright, beautiful faces. So I'm going to use tuning forks to start with that creates a sound that entrains your brainwaves to theta brainwaves. And let's just start by moving from our heads to our hearts and rest the awareness there. You can get some sound moving in your body. Three's a good number. One more time. There, thank you.
Infinite Spirit, that which we call God, that which is the innermost aspect of who we all are, let our minds be in the holy temple. May all our thoughts be silent before the light. We invoke the presence of love and all her helpers to be present in the many forms that she may take. May the Father protect our hearts, and may the Mother comfort and nourish our souls. May this gathering be blessed by the infinite presence of light, and may we never forget that we are spiritual beings exploring the physical dimensions. Make us aware of the abundance consciousness that dwells within. May we all become servants in your kingdom and be blessed as carriers of your light. Amen. Blessed be, and so it is. And for the Lord's Prayer here at Oneonta ISD, we like to recite different versions of the Lord's Prayer to kind of stretch our understanding of this classic sacred prayer. And today's version of the Lord's Prayer you'll find on your handout is the one that was adapted by Jacob Trapp. And please join with me in reading the Lord's Prayer. O thou, whose kingdom is within, may all thy names be hallowed. May no one of them be turned against the others, to divide those who address thee. May thy presence be made known to us in mercy, beauty, love, and justice. May it come with peace and sharing, and in near time. Give us this day our daily bread, free from all envy and alienation, broken and blessed in the sharing. Keep us from trespass against others, and from the feeling that others are trespassing against us. Forgive us more than we have forgiven. Deliver us from being tempted by lesser things, to be heedless of the one great thing, the gift of thyself in us. Amen. Blessed be. And now this as a moment of friendliness, if you would just like to turn to your neighbor and say hello, wave, hand to hearts. And to all of those who will be watching this later, welcome. And we're going to move into the ISD Declaration of Principles. This is shared with all of our chapters. So I believe for that you can look on, did I put it on the handout?
What happened to the opening hymn?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, opening hymn, thank you. It's so easy to skip, wow.
That's the good one.
Okay, yes,
Let's do it.
yes. Let us now do the opening hymn, and for that I defer to Tracy Verma and members of the Kirtan group. Thank you. Keep me on point here.
That's a heck of a mix.
You like that?
Yeah,
Gotta have you around.
it's inventive.
Our aim this morning is to invoke the divine in our hearts and our connection to that within us, which is that spiritual being having a physical experience. And we can do that through the use of these beautiful mantras, which are very well explained in your handout. I will just say, as my late husband, Rup Verma, would explain before he played his sitar healing music, he would say, just let the music flow through you. Let the feeling be prominent rather than the thoughts. Just tune into your feelings and sing along. This is a call and response style of singing. So I'm going to lead half of the chant, and then you'll sing those words, and then we'll do the other half. Eventually, it's going to meld together, and we're just going to sing it as a continuum. It will speed up, and then it will slow down in the end. Whenever you feel comfortable, you can join in once we get to that part. And we honor the sacred silence after it's over. We sit for a moment very quietly. So sit up very straight so you align with the levitational forces with your spine and prepare to rise together.
Hare
we could recite together the Declaration of Principles. So it's either on your seat, or you can see it on the screen, or on like page 1 or 2 of the hymnal. So it's right in there. Please recite with me. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that infinite intelligence expresses itself in all existence and in humanity as a manifestation of divine love. We affirm the unity of all life everywhere. We believe in communion with all planes of existence, and that meaningful communication flows from this connection. We affirm the divine right of each individual to seek the truth in accordance with their consciousness, and that living in harmony with that truth defines true spirituality. We affirm that spiritual unfoldment is progressive and unending, and that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the mandate, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the personal responsibility of the individual, and that we choose our happiness or unhappiness as we apply the laws of the universe. We affirm that life is eternal, and that existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We believe the ultimate expression of God in our life is unconditional love of our neighbors and ourselves. We accept that the living scripts of prophecy and healing reported in all sacred scripture are an affirmation of divine spirit working through us. And now we move to the healing portion of our service, and this is the time in our service that we dedicate to healing. If you, Susan, if you want to, we have a healing cup, and where we write the names of loved ones or friends or acquaintances, anyone that we would like to extend the healing energy of our gathering to, and anyone you can think of that needs healing right now. And anyone, so as I say the prayer, there'll be a time for you to say names out loud if you would like to. Just first names, please. And, any healers, anyone who feels so guided, please add your energy to our healing cup. Eternal Spirit of Love, may the collective energy of the divine and our congregation come together for our friends and loved ones whose names we have put in the cup, and who are in need of comfort, immersing them with a soft, blissful, tender warmth, and that which is for their highest good, as well as those whose names we now speak aloud.
JoAnn, maybe say
Mayor.
JoAnn, here.
Sherry, Nancy. May any suffering be transmuted to comfort, peace, and crystal clear clarity. Thank you. Amen. Blessed be. And we are going into a guided meditation for healing and peace, and Carla Sikora is going to lead us in that with the healing balls, and she's going to follow with a meditative chant for peace. And the words for that, when she gets to it, actually are on the order of service, but she'll be directing it.
Allow the surface beneath you to support you. And relax the legs. Let the thighs soften. Allow the low belly to soften, making space for the breath. As you inhale, the belly rises, and as you exhale, the belly falls. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back, making way for the expansion of the heart. The throat softens, the jaw relaxes, cheeks, eyelids, and brow relax. Stepping inward now, aware of the divine in each breath, flowing in and out. Supporting you and nourishing you. And entering now the temple of your heart. Sensing the sacred here. The air is rarefied. What does your heart have to tell you today? The first expression of Source is consciousness, the consciousness of love. You were made in love, of love, by love, breathing in love and breathing out love. Extending this love to all the edges of your body, filling you up. From the highest dimension of yourself, place a sphere of unconditional love around yourself. Place a sphere of unconditional love around all of your loved ones. Place a sphere of unconditional love around everyone you know. And then around everyone you don't know. Place a sphere of unconditional love around Mata Gaia and all beings living in, on, above, below her body. From this place, this sacred place of holy expansion, breathing in love and breathing out love. Through our collective consciousness, your love is so powerful, so very powerful. As you shift into this pure divine love, you shift all of humanity into pure divine love. It is our faith that helps those receive it, that maybe desperately want to receive it, or are unaware, still sleeping, who haven't remembered their divinity yet. Breathing in love, breathing out love. And so we send this prayer, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Yeah.
Thank you, Carla. Altered state. Beautiful. Wow. I welcome now, this is the time for the homily, and
Thanks.
I am welcoming now for the reading and homily that will be presented by JoAnn Wormuth.
Good morning and thank you, Paula. That was just beautiful. Morning to everyone else too. I think I've greeted everyone that's here already, but today's homily is entitled True Belonging, What is it and how do we achieve it? Belonging is a feeling of acceptance, inclusion, and appreciation of the traits that make us diverse and like others. Belonging allows one to thrive in their most authentic self. The spiritual meaning of belonging is to be accepted. To belong is to feel secure. Without the sense of belonging, we can feel very alone. As humans, one of our greatest desires is to know and to be known, to love and to be loved. It is to feel confident that those who know and love us will be there through both our joys and our sorrows. Maya Angelou tells us, you are only free when you realize you belong to no place, you belong every place, no place at all. The price is high, the reward is great. So how do we get to a place of true belonging? When studying the spiritual growth highway of the chakras, we talked about the most influential factor from the past in the health of the root chakra is the family environment you experienced at birth and during your early years. The motto of the root chakra is, we are all one, and the key word we associate with it is tribe. It is in these early years that we learn to function within a family, to be part of a tribe, to belong within a group. Not belonging in our families is one of the most dangerous hurts. It has the power to break your heart, our spirit, and our sense of self-worth. I will suggest that it can lead to 3 possible outcomes. 1, you will live in constant pain and seek to relieve by numbing it or even perhaps putting it on others. 2, you deny the pain. That will ensure that you pass it on to those around you. You may get stuck at 1 or 2. Then again, you move past them to number 3. You find the courage to own it. You own the pain. This allows you to develop a level of empathy and compassion both for yourself and others. You develop a special way to spot hurt in those around you and in the world. You may even become an empath. Let's talk about true belonging. True belonging is something that we all seek. It is a need to be part of something. Along with that, we need it to be real, not a thing that's open to constant negotiation. And when I wrote that sentence, I thought, well, that's kind of an odd way to put it, that you're negotiating belonging. And I kind of let it set and I let it percolate. And I'm like, I think I need to come up with an example of this. And sure enough, I did. I was a Girl Scout all my years through school. I was a brownie, a cadet, a senior scout. I even worked a couple summers as a camp counselor. It's a big part of my life. And somewhere probably when we were cadets, because that would be middle school, one of our troop leaders got the bright idea that we would do this progressive meal. So some people would be responsible for appetizers, and then you'd get to the salad and a main dish and, desserts. No one was signing up for the main dish. No. So I need to add a little bit more to this story. At this time in my life, I looked like Adri from the first Rocky movie. If you can remember the first Rocky movie, when Adri and Rocky are out on ice skating, and Rocky's trying to flirt with Adri, yo, Adri. And Adri, they shoot to Adri, and she's got this wool cap on, and the hair that's like, bleh, and really thick, dark rimmed glasses, the kind that you have to keep pushing up on your nose. I was her understudy. If anything had happened to Adri, I would have stepped into that part. So to give you a visual of, kind of what, at that point in my life, I was thinking I really didn't have too much going for me. So I said, my mom and I'll make lasagna. Probably should have asked first. But I said, we'll make lasagna. So we get this download. I can visualize standing in the kitchen. My mother was at the kitchen sink. It's my childhood, the kitchen I grew up in. And she turns to me and she says, why did you volunteer to make lasagna? So it has taken me 60 years and the research of a homily to come up with, I can tell them, and I'm going to tell you, I was negotiating. I thought everybody loves lasagna. I don't have much else going for me, but we'll make the main dish, and I'll negotiate a place within this group. And think about, after today, think about what times in your life have you actually negotiated belonging within a group. Belonging is an innate human desire to be part of something bigger than us. Brené Brown, in her book, Braving the Wilderness, says that true belonging only happens when we present our authentic selves, imperfect selves, to the world. Thus, one sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. Think about that. One sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. It kind of puts the onus back on us. Being ourselves means sometimes having to stand totally alone. Back to the price is high. It is something only we can achieve alone in our hearts. To truly belong within a group, first you must belong completely to yourself. You must believe thoroughly in yourself for true belonging to be yours. So why would I choose true belonging as a homily topic? Because I've felt the pain of not belonging numerous times in my life. I'm thinking some of you have felt that too. I will not ask for a show of hands because I'm sure most of you attended middle school, and that is a time of intense quest to belong somewhere, to be accepted by some group, and to move into a more independent individual, breaking some of those ties to the family tribe. True belonging is a paradox. To truly belong, you must have the courage to stand alone. To truly belong, you must first belong to yourself so deeply that you can share your authentic self with the world and find peace in both being part of something as well as standing alone. Brené Brown tells us, true belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are. I'm going to leave you with this. True belonging is a sacred practice. Don't walk through life looking to belong. Always sit in your personal power. Your worth and belonging are not negotiable. Do not ever negotiate who you are. You are truly free when you belong everywhere and nowhere. Thank you.
Thank you, JoAnn. That was beautifully done. And we move now to the prosperity portion of our service, and we'll start with a prayer of thanksgiving. Spirit of light and love, we are so thankful for this in-person gathering in the glory days of summer. We're thankful for friends, for reunions, for connecting, for endless flowers, for bounties from our gardens, for this amazing community at ISD who bring our ideas and our mission to reality and continue to offer us new experiences that challenge us on our spiritual path. And finally, for the wonderful variety of food brought to us by the loving work of farmers and the creative cooks today. Amen. Blessed be. And it is now time for your gifts for the work of this church. May our gifts reflect our commitment to bringing the mission of this church to reality and spiritual center, to create the space and time for us to connect with our own divine nature in an awesome community and experience success for our own lives and for everyone we meet. And let us now give freely from our hearts as an expression of the love we have received within. If you are paying your pledge today, make sure you mark it as pledge so we know a treasurer can account for it. And if the ushers would pass the plate, Susan, pass the plate. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And yeah, all of those given as well. You can also contribute through the donation button at ISD Oneonta, and many people give regularly through the internet, so, and pledges, thank you. So thinking about the pledges and the gifts of the heart that you give and have contributed to this plate, may these gifts of love be used for the good of all here and to help light the way for those who follow the path toward the love that is God. Amen. Thank you. And we'll go into the congregational prayer, which is in your hymnal number C5. And this comes to us from Hafiz, a mystical Sufi poet. So C is towards the back, 257, Beloved Presence, page 257, C5, Beloved Presence. And please join with me. Cloak yourself in 1,000 ways, still shall I know you, my beloved. Veil yourself with every enchantment, and yet I shall feel you. Presence most dear, close and intimate. I shall salute you in the springing of cypresses, and in the sheen of lakes, the laughter of fountains. I shall surely see you in tumbling clouds, in brightly embroidered meadows. O beloved presence, more beautiful than all the stars together, I trace your face in the ivy that climbs, in clusters of grapes, in morning flaming the mountains, in the clear arch of sky. You gladden the whole earth and make every heart great. You are the breathing of the world. Thank you.
Wow.
A perfect reading for being outside today in nature in this beautiful college camp. There's ponds, there's hiking trails. It's an amazing place. We may even have a fire, so we will be appreciating nature big time after our picnic. And I'd like to turn now to the hymn of affirmation, which is the hymn that kind of raises the vibration, as if the vibration wasn't already high enough in here. So I welcome Tracy and the Kirtan group with the next. And the words are on your order of service and also on the screen.
Yep, we're gonna read.
In this chant, we are going to align with Dancing Shiva, whose representing the cycle of the universe in the form of endings, which can then create new beginnings. And you're welcome to drum along. This is all about the rhythm.
We have other
So
stuff.
if you have drums, please pick them up and let's do this together. It will speed up at some point. Don't be shy. It's a participatory experience.
recording. Normally at ISD services, we finish at Affirmation of Spirit. Our readers then come forward to give messages to people in the audience. And that's kind of private. You need to be here or you need to be on Zoom to receive messages. But so I think it's a good idea to do the benediction, which is the formal end to the service, with great thanks for the Kurtan group making yourself available in such a very busy time to provide an amazing experience today. And great thanks to our homilist, JoAnn. So benediction comes to us from John O'Donohue. May you listen to your longing to be free. May the frames of your belonging be generous enough for your dreams. May you arise each day with a voice of blessing whispering in your heart. May you find a harmony between your soul and your life. May the sanctuary of your soul never become haunted. May you know the eternal longing that lives at the heart of time. May there be kindness in your gaze when you look within. May you never place walls between the light and yourself. May you allow the wild beauty of the invisible world to gather you, mind you, and embrace you in belonging. Blessed be.